the big difference, all right, between GHF and other aid organizations such as the UN, for example, is that effectively GHF is undercutting Hamas or keeping Hamas out of the loop here when it comes to aid. All right. And this is a big difference. And we're seeing this make a notable impact because Hamas is reacting to it. Not only are they just publishing rhetoric, right? They're taking action. Conversely, there's the issue of Palestinians being shot and wounded and killed, either reportedly going to aid sites or reportedly near GHF distribution sites. But the problem with this information is that much of it or all of it is coming from Hamas, all right, or Hamas-controlled entities. And that's something that can't be trusted, all right? And this is a big problem because there are other agencies that are picking up on this, whether they're news agencies, whether they're aid organizations, right? The UN, for example. This is a problem. They're quoting either lies or sources that are affiliated with Hamas, or they're getting their news from Hamas. So it's unreliable right now, this information. So what is so important about aid for Hamas here? I think here, this goes back not just with this war, of course, but decades really, or at least years, where Hamas, they use a social welfare program. So for instance, charities that are controlled by Hamas, mosques that are controlled by Hamas, schools that are controlled by Hamas, and aid that is controlled by Hamas. Now they use it, all right, to either feed the community, Palestinians, and by doing that, all right, they gain this leverage over Palestinians. Okay, so the Palestinian civilians need this aid to obviously survive, and they count on Hamas to do it. So this is how Hamas can control the population. Now, once that aid is taken away, specifically the food in this case, with this new mechanism by the GHF, established by the GHF, this is why we're seeing Hamas acting the way it has. So far, I don't think we really have received at least a satisfying an answer that would satisfy that question. But we don't see pallets of aid just lying around from the GHF. So that just tells me either these other aid organizations or nonprofits that are involved here are either having their own issues, don't know what they're doing, or it's possible that Hamas is involved here too with these pallets of aid. We don't know. So again, more questions than answers, but I think this is a valid question that we haven't received a valid answer for.